guys, so this is going to be my, I don't even know what to call it yet because technically I don't really know exactly how far along I am, so I'm just going to call it about my 6-week update, 5.5, 6-week update video. I have a lot to update you guys on. First, I'm going to start with my ultrasound that was today. We went and got the ultrasound, and to get an ultrasound, they prefer that you be around 8 to 12 weeks pregnant. That way, it's just easier for them to find the baby, measure the baby, and figure out how far along you are. So, based off my last menstrual period, I would be 10 weeks now. But like I said before, I didn't think that I was that far along because I didn't feel pregnant. I didn't, like, I know my body. I didn't feel pregnant. So they went ahead and scheduled the ultrasound for today, and I had it today. And I definitely was not 10 weeks pregnant. So first she did the ultrasound over the stomach, and she was like looking for the baby. So she's like gliding along, and she finds the little sac, and she sees a teeny tiny little smudge, what we would call a baby, I guess. So she found the itsy bitsy thing, and she tried to measure it, but it was so hard to do it from over the top. It was just too cloudy. So she went ahead and did a vaginal ultrasound. So she stuck it up there and was pushing around. And fun fact of the day, Jessica's uterus is tilted to the right. So it's tilted like up on my right and like sideways. So I don't know. Anyway, she had the thing all like in there sideways, and it was very uncomfortable. And eventually she found the black little sac again. So she found the black little sac, she found the little smudge thing, and she tried to measure it, but she said that based off the looks of it, I'm not even 6 weeks yet. So she measured she tried to like hold it in one place and measure it from like one angle from one side to the other, and she got about 5 weeks. 5 weeks and 5 days. Since that's such a rough, like, it was hard to like see the baby, it's very much a rough guesstimate of how far along I actually am. So she said I'm probably not even 6 weeks yet. So I'll go ahead and show you guys the picture. We only actually got a picture of like the yolk sac. We didn't even really see, because the baby's not really a baby, especially if I'm only 4 or 5 weeks. I mean, it's a baby, but it's not, it doesn't have like head, arms, legs, toes, fingers, all that stuff. It's just like a smudge pretty much. It's like a little bean. So this is what we got the picture of. So you can see that little, what the arrow is pointing at, that's the yolk sac. So we didn't really get a good picture of the baby. We pretty much just got a picture of the yolk sac. But there is a baby in there. And I had a lot of people asking me what are the chances of twins. Actually, I read somewhere that if you have fraternal twins once, you're 4 times more likely to have them again. Chances are, based off this ultrasound, I'm not having fraternal twins again. So if I got pregnant with twins again, it would probably be identical, meaning in the same sac, not in a separate sac. Because clearly right here, there's only one sac. Like if you go back and look at my twin ultrasound from when I was having the boys, there's two of these. There's 2 black sacs. So it was clearly 2 separate sacs. So I know that identical twins are just pure coincidence compared to like fraternal twins where you would hyperovulate. So I don't think I'm having twins. So you guys can all let that one go, and I can breathe a little bit because I think I'd go crazy if I had twins again. So anyway, that was pretty much the update on that. I am scheduled for another ultrasound around 8 weeks. It's on July 22nd is going to be my next ultrasound. So I should be about 8 weeks, I think. About 8 weeks, because I really have no idea how far along I am. But if this ultrasound was about right, then I would be due around February 23rd. So I was right about the February due date. So now that I got that update out of the way, I just wanted, when I told everyone I was pregnant, I just want to give every single one of you guys a huge thank you for everybody that's congratulated us, because I literally read every single one of those comments. So I wish I had the time to sit there and reply to everyone, but I really do want to let you guys know that I am reading every single one of those, and I really, 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 really appreciate you guys. All the congratulations we got, and I am just giving you all a big, huge thank you. I should just like print out a thank you card and just like put it in front of the camera, and there's your thank you card. Because it really does mean a lot to us. We were really excited, and it's so awesome to know that most of you guys are on the same page with us, and you guys are all excited for us too. So I really, really, really do appreciate all the nice comments and everything like that. I also want to touch a little bit on how I would have conceived and stuff, because a lot of people are saying, because I mentioned in my last video that we weren't trying, but we weren't preventing either, and a lot of people were like, well, that's trying, well, that's trying. I guess in a way it kind of is trying, but due to the fact that I only had 3 sporadic periods in 15 months, the chances of me conceiving were not very high. So I just didn't count on the fact that I was really ovulating at all. I mean, obviously I had ovulated at least 3 times in that period because I had my period. Because the way that your body works is that you ovulate, and that's the time that you can get pregnant. And if you don't get pregnant, then your period comes and kind of flushes through your body, generally speaking. So I've only ovulated 3 times since I had the boys. Only 3 times. So since my periods have been like months apart, the chances of me conceiving were not very high. So by trying, when I said that we weren't trying, I meant that I wasn't like charting my body temperature and charting my mucus whatever down there and whatever else you do to try to conceive. So I don't want to call this like a surprise pregnancy or even kind of unplanned, because it wasn't planned for this timing, but this pregnancy was planned in that we did want to get pregnant sometime throughout the summer. We just didn't think that it could happen yet. I knew that it could, I just didn't think that it would. So I just want to kind of clear that up a little bit, because we are happy and we did want to get pregnant again. And this is not an accident. I don't like really calling pregnancies accidents anyway, because if you're having sex, obviously you have a chance of getting pregnant. But yeah, we did want to conceive this baby. We just didn't think that the timing was going to happen this fast. So I just want to clear that up. And also, I've had a lot of questions about breastfeeding while pregnant. I am still breastfeeding, and I am going to continue to breastfeed unless some kind of problem comes up. A lot of people have heard the myth about when you're breastfeeding while pregnant that it can cause harm to the unborn baby, like causing your uterus to contract. The only way that would really happen is if you are at risk for preterm labor to begin with. So considering the fact that I had twins that even went to full term, the chances of me having preterm labor are not very high. And of course things can change, and of course I'm going to look out for those things, that the signs if I have cramping or whatever, and then we'll deal with that problem then. But right now there's no reason for us to wean because I'm pregnant. There's no reason for me to like change what I'm doing in my daily routine, well, except the obvious things. So yeah, we're not planning on weaning yet. I'm planning on breastfeeding while pregnant right now. And I've also had 300,000 questions about whether I want a girl or a boy. And I feel, at first I was like dead set, I'm gonna have a boy. I know I'm gonna have a boy just because Drake has 8 brothers and no blood sisters. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have a boy. But lately with like, I don't know, it just seems like everybody around me is like, oh, I can tell you're having a girl, you're having a girl. There's like a part of me deep down inside that kind of feels like I'm having a girl. But at the same time, I don't like want to think that way, because I just feel like there's so many chances of us having a boy. I feel like we're gonna have a boy again. Whether I want a boy or a girl, I would love a boy or a girl. I love having boys and I love having girls. They're totally different as babies and toddlers and whatever. They're totally different, and I would love having either one. But I've always seen my family having 2 boys and 2 girls. So obviously I would love to have another girl. But I will not be disappointed in any way, shape, or form if I had a boy either. So I think that's pretty much all I really have to update on right this second. Let me know if you guys have any more questions that I can answer, and I will try to get back to you. And I just thought I was lucky by getting off with no symptoms, like the first whatever, oh yeah, I'm just 12 weeks pregnant, I have no symptoms. Turns out I had no symptoms is because I was barely pregnant. So like I said, I'm probably about 5 or 6 weeks pregnant, and I think that's like all I really have to update on. I still have not had any symptoms. I don't feel pregnant, I don't feel sick, I don't feel really bloated. Sometimes I get bloated a little bit here and there, but I don't feel pregnant at all. I just don't. With my pregnancies, it's always the 6th week. Right when you hit 6 weeks, I start getting nauseous. So I guess whenever I start getting nauseous, I'll know if I'm 6 weeks or not. Unless I just really do get off. Like, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys my belly. I just ate, so it's not a baby bump, I promise. All right, here's the shirt on. Here's the shirt up. So this, like I said before, this is just skin from the boys. It's just my loose skin. And there's really not a baby bump going on here. I just had a huge lunch. So anyway, I think that's all I can update you guys on right now. So let me know if you have any questions, and if not, then I will talk to you guys next week for my next update. Bye!